Grand Rising Elizabeth. Today,
And rising.
today is January
Mariah.
5th. It's Friday. It is passion and purpose. And I am Queen Aduni, and co-host is the lovely, Lale Mariah Tolbert.
Hello.
Oh, well. Welcome. And we have been talking about our passion and our purpose for this particular show and all the different shows that we have Monday through Friday. We are on now from 9 to 10, which gives me a little more time to meditate, a little more time to do my study, a little more time to get myself together. And you guys know the other part that I got to do. So in order to have this beautiful, beautiful smile. So I want to just thank you all for coming on, and you are so welcome. We were talking about the 2024, the year, and this show as it relates to our lives. There's not just a show, that it is something that we come together and spend this hour with one another, and spend this hour and share this hour with you and those who are watching afterwards, so that we can empower our lives. We can get more direction. We can get freed from some things, especially if you come on Thursday, you're going to get freed from bondage, and just a safe space for us as sisters to be able to talk and share with one another. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lolly, what you got, girl?
Well, it is Friday, Fashion Purpose Friday, and I'm excited because this is this the first Friday of the year?
It is.
This is the first Friday of the year. So I'm excited to really kick this off today. I was just yesterday with my homies, with my homegirls, and we were making manifestation boards, because I was going to call them vision boards. But yesterday we had a wonderful conversation about retitling those things. Because so often, we just put this is what we see, this is what we want. I'm going to throw everything on there. But what are we actually going to be, walking in our purpose and doing and being for the year? That is what we should be putting on our manifestation boards. What is it that we want to actually come to pass? Knowing that we're going to be a part of that movement. So we have to make sure we are who we are supposed to be for the year. And I am excited to start that off with y'all. So in a moment, I'll probably share one of my meditations for victory that I have shared once before, and it is available on streaming platforms. I'm working on editing some videos to place it on YouTube so that it's a little bit more accessible for those who don't have streaming platforms. But I really want to share that, so that's what I'll probably share in a few moments. But other than that, I'm excited. It's Friday. Let's do it. Let's get into it. And yeah.
Well, guess what I have? I wonder if she knows who this is from.
No.
Danny, this is how you've been present with us.
Oh, praise
On
God.
Fridays. So this is created by our sister Reverend Danny Stillwell, that's got her hand on her face.
Oh man.
Art and the work. And so I don't take it off and throw them up. That's too much work.
Okay.
So,
No, you don't have to take them off the ring. Just throw them up on the ring.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
What would have happened? I'd have been picking them all up. So I'm going to go right here.
I know.
Oh. I guess this is the Okay, I'm gonna read these. I'm not sure if it's
Are those the
yourself
instructions?
has a lot of words, a list.
No, that's the index of what's in the deck. So you could, yeah, that's just the index.
Woo. Okay,
Mhm.
so do it,
Do it.
do it, do it, do it, do it. All right. When God gives you something to do, you just can't do the parts you like. So do it with conviction and excellence. Do it. Even if you are afraid, do it with joy and passion. Do it no matter who is saying don't do it. Do it with your eyes opened and or closed. You know, just do it and do it now.
But now
And do it now.
I needed to hear that one myself. I say,
Yes, yes, yes. Just do it. Just do it.
just do it.
Mhm. Even the parts that we don't like.
Yeah,
Go over there and forgive.
that's wonderful for the first of the year.
Yeah, just do it. Just do
Just
it.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
Could you read it again?
Uh-oh, it's back in the mix. It's back in the mix. I'd have to
Oh,
look.
you mixed it up. Okay, that's
No,
okay
there,
then.
well, when I release it, I'd have to go and find it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here it is, boo. Here it is. All right. When God gives you something to do, you just can't do the parts you like. So do it with conviction and excellence. Do it. Even if you are afraid, do it with joy and passion. Do it no matter who is saying don't do it. Do it with your eyes opened or closed. Just do it. And do it when?
Now.
Now.
I'm gonna say that again. I want everybody and do
Now.
it when? Now.
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 Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So does that hit anyone in particular in any particular way? Danny?
No, I just, yeah,
Oh,
I needed,
that was just a hallelujah
yeah,
moment.
just,
A moment of agreement.
yeah.
Just
It
do it.
hits me.
And yeah,
Thank you.
sometimes it is. You do have to, like close your eyes and just jump in there and do it. When I would
But
come
anyway.
behind, when I started singing, I would come behind the Thornetta Davises and the Sky Covingtons and the all these wonderful dynamic people. My legs would be in the chair, and I know they're gonna call me next. I would literally go on like this.
Mhm.
Always have to pee, so I would, and then I just have to go up and do it.
And then you were that dynamic singer in that moment too.
Right.
In that moment too. And especially when I realized that the band, they're for you. They're not
Mhm.
against you. So when you go up and you're performing with anyone, like being in here with you all, that we share things that we know is not going to go anywhere, and that they're for you. We are for
Yeah.
one another. And so we don't have to be scared and stuff, or somebody, and we may even get our feelings hurt sometimes, but it's for us. It's for the empowerment and the sharing and the freeing, or the intaking, breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes we get so breathe, breathe, and you can hear one another as you're going through your life. Something that you heard in the show that will help you. Just breathe, calm down, as Tony says, Tony Jones, calm down and breathe, and then walk it out. Walk it out.
You know, Iyanla says that you know you're doing it right when there's a little pee dripping down your leg. When
Oh,
there's just a little pee and you've been afraid and you've been frightened of what she said, but you know while you're standing there, if there's a little drop of pee running down you, you know you're gonna do it.
If it's, yeah, yeah, if it's running down your leg, either it's too much or you don't have any undies on.
Okay.
Can I share?
yes, Deb.
Can I share?
Yes.
Yes, and please forgive me for not being on video. You already saw why.
Mhm.
But yesterday you all might have seen my post about when life tags you and says you're it.
Mhm.
Basically, are you ready? So the it is going around, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it.
Yes.
Yep,
Someone
yep,
else.
tag.
Yeah, you tag, you're it. You're it.
Yep.
Was that you, Star? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it reminds me of what they said in the movie The Sound of Freedom, when the man said that when God tells you to do something, you do not hesitate. And we don't see the big picture, but God does.
Mhm.
Somebody's waiting. And if we hesitate, they have to wait longer, or
Yeah.
we may never get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do it and do it now. And, it's only
Definitely.
a
I
piece.
want
It's only a piece that you can do. You can only do so much within those moments, right? But do that.
Mhm.
Lolly, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of what I was kind of sharing a little bit yesterday as well. It's I mean the key point though to highlight both what we were saying yesterday and today, the key point is when the card said when God tells you to do something, right? So that's the key thing there. If you know you've already consulted with spirit, you've already consulted with God, you've already prayed on it, you've already been given these answers to do these things. That's when you can really run for it. You can really go for it and you can do it now. It's, to be wary, one thing to be wary of is to just be doing stuff. And I think that was what we were mentioning yesterday, just doing stuff just to do it, just to have something to do. No, like be particular. What is it that God needs you to do? Now go do that and do that full on and do that now. And I was telling myself the other day, because this is it's a little hack, a little ADHD hack, little whatever hack, people hack, everyday life hack, whatever you want to say. But the thing is, my mom used to say it to me. I didn't really catch it till I got a little older, and now I'm using it more. If you do it now, you don't have to do it later. And it's so simple. It's so simple. And it's like, what? But no, seriously, there might be something small that you need to do right now that you absolutely need to do. And you need to do it now. But if you push it off, like, I mean, at some point you got to get it done at some point. And, if you're on this trajectory towards some goal, some dream, some determination, some destiny for your life, you're still on that trajectory, but if you decide not to do it, you might not be moving that quickly, or you might go a little bit of a different angle and get there. Just go ahead and do it now. Finish it now. And that's for me. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that's for me. Finish it now. Just go ahead. You need to tie your shoe real quick before you walk out the door. Just tie your shoe now. Go ahead, tie your shoe, and then go ahead and walk out. That way you don't trip. Like just do it. Go ahead and get it done. But yeah, like I said, the key word though is when God tells you to do something, when spirit consults you to do something, when you're guided to do something, when you're aligned to do something, you need to do it. And that's what this year is about, especially we're talking about all the abundance happening this year. I truly feel like it is gonna require action, and it's gonna require action deliberately and intentionally moving within what God wants for you this year. And if you do that, if you do it now, you will see those benefits throughout the year. So that's my stance on that. But yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I'm realizing that our part in this game of life is very, very, very important. Very important. Nobody can do it the way you do it, whether it's big and gigantic or small. You know, it doesn't matter. God needs us to do what's really in our heart. And if it's in your heart, it is God. You don't have to question that. God, you know, I've quit stuff so many times and I told God, then the next day, so he'll give me a dream. He'll give me something else to the vision. And then I wake up and then I'm ready to go. And I say, you know what? You ain't right. You know, you ain't right, God. I quit that last night. I quit. And then a new vision, a new unction, a new desire, a new urgency comes in. Just do it. Just do that little part. And, you know, God will just flutter your heart with more desire for that. But my part is important. When I was in plays, that's why I stopped acting, because when I started doing hair, I knew that was where my money was going to come from. And then once you set an appointment with someone about, you know, and then they share and you get more and more. So I had to stop because I really believe in teamwork. And if I had, which I had to do when others didn't show up, I would have to do their part. And in the play, do that line, even if it wasn't like for me, I'd have to be somebody else and stuff. And then it was a blessing because then I would end up being the headliner because they knew I knew the whole show. But if I was not able to give my all, then I would just step back and do something else and be a support in another area where I can give my all and where my ideas, and I want you all to know that your ideas are valued here. They are very valued here. Your concerns are valued. And yeah. So what is it what's God calling you for? There's a question on the board. What is God calling you for to do now? We won't even go into the whole year. How about now? Order my steps. Now, what's next to put you closer to your goal individually and what you know God has called you to do, like on a continuous basis like that, if that makes sense to you.
Ask that question again.
What is God calling you? What's your next? What's next? Okay, for me, I know that I am called to walk fully in being a humanitarian, fully. And that because the spirit is coming from me of Elizabeth, you're all called to be humanitarians. That is who you are anyway. That's why you're here, because you are a person that wants to help everybody, you know, and you get to help those that have are called to you. God has some people and some situations, some circumstances that they're waiting on you to provide and link up with these people or take care of these particular situations. Even in the sense of like what Danny has been going through for the past 2 years, actually, that she had to go in it was a dark tunnel. It was a lot of pain, but look how she's able to now minister to people in that state when they're going through that, because the older we get, the more that's going to show up in our lives, right? Because that's just the way life is. But now she's able to minister from compassion, from I felt that, I understand that, versus, girl, you know, time heals all things, you know, those general statements. No, And we can be real spiritual and we can be real deep in our conversation and our books and all that stuff. But if you haven't gone through some stuff, when I went through my husband and the new baby in our lives and stuff, and I had to deal with that. And so my niece said, I was so, I just love you and Uncle Philip's relationship. And, so then that happens and stuff. And I said, well, baby, you want to see a relationship? Watch now. Watch now. When it's everything's happening, hey. But watch now how we handle. Now you're going to see what love is. You're going to see about every decision and choice that you make. There was a moment he didn't choose me. You see. That's all it was. It was a choice. Now I can make it, no, because I told him, I said, what do you want to do? Because I'll be all right. I'm still fine. I'll be all right. I'll cry and all of that, but I will heal and as I said, I'll put my scent back out there. So you bring your scent in. You're not available, but I'll put and go out and see what's on the rail for the lizard. But watch now, you're going through. People see you go through. And whether you fall apart or not, if they're judging that, then that's on them. That's their lack of being able to receive and get from it. But watching Danny go through this and still find moments to dance and celebrate, but know that when she gets home and she normally would call her girl ain't there on the phone. She has to talk to her from another space and time, another way. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So what's next for me? It is working on the humanitarian project that I know is going to be in full force within a month, should be in full force, and preparing for that as a businesswoman, really taking care of business and leading groups of people. Danny?
I just want to thank you for that. That's all. Just and it is because of our conditioning of not showing people where we really are, that we put on a mask and we just keep moving forward. And that's the thing that's killing us, is that we keep moving forward in that state and until it eventually catches up with you. Until you have no choice but to stop. So yeah.
Looks like your Wi-Fi name or password has changed. To update your Wi-Fi information, go to the Alexa app.
Oh,
I got her.
That dang Alexa, she always running off at the mouth.
that's why she's not in my house.
That's right.
I'll tell you. Anyone else want to share?
For me, something that I've been guided to do now is create. So I've been speaking a lot on opening my throat chakra, expressing myself, allowing myself to be heard. I wish the manifestation board is in the car because I was so tired last night. I didn't bring it in the house. I still got to finish some. But there's on it, there's a few things that says, hear me now. There's something that's like, unlock your mind, open your mind. It says music and poetry. It's a garden. It's like greens and stuff at the bottom so that like I can grow things. But I really want to open up my throat chakra. I really want to share who I am, what I have, because I'm gifted something. I'm gifted this talent. I'm gifted this ability to put words together. I'm gifted this ability to have confidence when sharing most times. But I hinder myself. I'm my biggest hindrance. I don't know how they feel about it. I don't quite look good enough to be heard today. I don't know if I could put this out. I don't have enough videos. I don't even know how to make a video. I don't know how to do this. I can't, I won't, I can't, I will not, I could. And it be me. You know what I'm saying? Why is your music streaming thousands and thousands? Cause it's me. I'm stopping it. So this year, I want to be creative, and not only be creative, I want to be so confident in that creativity, and so walking along with spirit in that creativity, that I share it so widely, so openly, without restriction. And that is going to require me to put myself out there, go to more events, apply for things, write out what I do and share it with people so they can give me money. I have to like open up my own mind, and those blockages in my throat chakra that just making me not want to share. No, I gotta open that. And so that's what I'm guided to do this year. It's a huge thing for me, because it's a big statement to be like, yes, I am the reason that I am not as where I could be. Because I'm stopping myself
Yeah.
from sharing the gifts that I was given, that I was gifted with, that I was put here to share. It's my fault. Sorry. So that's what I'm doing. And also it's requiring being who it is that, I need to be in order for me to do those things. So being grateful, being open-minded, being um being being and sharing love energy, because people will show that back and give you opportunities. um Being conscious about my wealth, my finances. I was watching something the other day, and they were talking about how abundance, or financial abundance, has a feminine energy, and you have to kind of create a safe space for it to stay around. Just like as women, you can't just have no man who can't do nothing just around, and we feel safe and supported, and we're gonna stay and work it out, because no. But if a man makes us feel like, okay, I can be my authentic self, I can handle my business, I can nurture others, I can get what I need, like if it makes me feel like that, we'll stick around, and we can provide so much more. So he was saying that money is similar to that, and that if you can create a wonderful relationship with money, if you can create a safe space with money, if you are speaking and walking in alignment with God already, you are getting, when you get money, it wants to be with you, because you are going to spend it in the ways that you are aligned to spend it, that you are walking with spirit to spend it. So
To circulate it.
yes. So let's create these spaces for ourselves. But I'm speaking on me. I will create the space for myself to do and to be all that I need to do and to be, in order for me to share the gifts that I was given.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, that's what I got for that.
Ashe. Anyone else want to share? What's next for you?
I'd like to share what's next for me.
Yeah,
I'm
Stacy.
sorry I'm not on the video, but I want to continue in what I started and not be stagnant in doing so, and adding to it, broadening the horizons from the standpoint of my series that I do on every Saturday. And I want to be more transparent, to share my story, to put a little bit more of emotion in it, so that people can see that I'm not just here to teach and throw information down your throat, but also to let them know from where I'm coming from, and from why my passion is what it is, because I want people to be able to relate to me, wherever they are, because whatever I say may resonate, because I know that my story could resonate with a lot of people, even though their stories may not be exactly as mine. So I just want to be a little bit more transparent, and a little bit more, how can I say it? Just showing people that, you can get through things in life that you need to get through by sharing your story, your experience, and speaking through it, or talking your way through it, so that you don't stop yourself from getting where you need to get. Because for me, just recently when I went to visit my mom for like 5 days, it took a lot of energy out of me. And now I can appreciate some of the things that my brother has to do for my mom. So now I'm seeing that I really am passionate about what I'm doing because I see how different things can affect people's lives if it's not handled in a way that it should be handled. So I just want to be, like I said, more transparent for people so that I could, so that they can see the passion that I have and that I can give people what it is that they need.
Yeah. Yeah. Stacy, what is the name of your show? What is it? And we should have that in, you should put it in when it is in WhatsApp, and then it should be on our, as we pull all of y'all's information and put it on the website about our,
Okay.
But what
Okay, so
time and what's the name of it? And put
the
that in
name of
WhatsApp.
my show is Health Holistic Journey for Women over 40 with diabetes. And it's every Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
And so I'm saying I want to do more, and I'm making this proclamation because sometimes in our minds, we try to talk ourselves out of doing things.
Mhm.
Like I've done like 4 or 5 series, and I keep telling myself, I ain't going to do this week. I'm going to skip this week. And I just don't want to get in the habit of not moving forward and continuing it and making it go away.
Mhm.
Because I know that this is my passion. So it's every Saturday at 11 o'clock
Facebook.
on Facebook. On Facebook, I do a Facebook Live every Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So I hold myself accountable to that.
Yeah, that's good. And as it relates to Grand Rising, we will go back. At the beginning, we were on YouTube and Facebook and Zoom all at one time for an hour. So we're gonna hook that back up. When we do to start doing the podcast, we'll be on all of that.
Okay, I'll put it in WhatsApp.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share?
Yes, but I want to ask Stacy if you can put your Facebook link in the chat, please, if it's not too much trouble. I am working on my interpersonal dynamics as I am completing my cancer exercise specialist certification and preparing to offer my services through all of the clinics that are serving cancer patients, as well as expanding my going back to doing my virtual fitness classes. So yeah, please pray with me that my interpersonal presence and dynamics help open the door for me. Because I know sometimes it's just how we present ourselves that can be so important as to whether or not we are received, regardless of how great our skills and services and experience and knowledge and all that can be, how beneficial it can be for people if we're not connecting with people in a way that they want to hear and learn more, then it doesn't quite work. So yeah, pray with me and feel free to give me any mentoring, coaching, advice. Juanita, you need to do this a little better or that a little better, because yeah, my sisters, my sister queens, and I appreciate your input.
Oh, shit. Anyone else? Thanks for sharing.
Well, this,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Lakeisha.
So for I want to say like the last 4 months, my spirit has been like time to level up, to the next level of what I'm doing and discipline. I have to become more disciplined. I need to be more committed to the things that I'm doing. I'm always been like the person to accomplish. Like I've always been based off accomplishments. Every year I set up a list of goals for myself. Normally it'd be a lot of goals. And normally I don't hit all of the goals, but it's okay. I hit the majority of all of my so I'm goal oriented. I'm a goal oriented person. And so discipline is what's needs to is definitely need to be I need to be more dedicated to being more disciplined. And execution is another word that keeps coming in my spirit, to execute and execute. It's no reason why I shouldn't have finished my book last year. A lot of people don't know I've been working on a book. So I am going to execute and make that book happen, because I'm going to be more disciplined on doing that. Becoming more organized than what I am. I definitely want to work on my Madam Finance, myself as Madam Finance, and step out of my comfort zone. And just execute. I know the things that I need to do. It's just execute and just coming out of, I'm not going to say fearful, but I just need to just execute and do what it is that I need to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on. My book. I'm getting my workshops together.
What's your book about, babe?
It's called, well, it's for business.
Okay.
So I used to do what's called 365 days of golden nuggets. Golden nuggets for your personal life and also golden nuggets for your business life. And I didn't realize I had been doing it for so many years, and I didn't really think that people were actually looking at those golden nuggets, because a lot of times they never would comment. They wouldn't comment. But then when I would go out to the public, people would mention, various people, hey, I used to love your golden nuggets. Why you stop? You should keep that going. And I never really thought that people were really looking at that, but it shows me that people are looking and watching you. You may not, just because they don't comment, don't mean that they're not checking you out. Don't mean that they're not seeing your growth and what you're doing and what you're not doing. So the business portion seems to get more attention. 365 days of business golden nuggets. So my golden nuggets will be based off of the golden nugget for the business, a prayer for success, and an affirmation for that particular day. And so, yeah. And then I'm going to do one for the personal. But right now, the business, so many people are here wanting to better themselves. They want to increase their finances. They're seeking help. And I always need something to motivate me. I'm always in the motivation book. So that's been in my spirit to do. And so that's what I'm working on. 365 days of business golden nuggets.
Awesome. Anyone else want to share? That's great. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next?
Well, if anyone, oh, Stacey, you about to share?
Well, I just want to say my link is in the chat.
Thank you. Go ahead, Lolly.
Thank you.
I'll share.
Okay.
So this year, there's a call to leave the old behind. And to fully reach for the new. And sometimes with us as humans, we're in transition. So you are standing in between the old and the new. And you're so far away from the old, you can't turn back. And you're so close to the new, you can't give up. So it's a matter of keep walking, keep going. I know for me this year, there's a call to leave behind the old completely and fully step into who he created me to be. And there is something that Rev told me a couple of months ago that her voice pops up every now and then to remind me of fully step into who you created, who God created you to be. Don't allow fear to stop you, because sometimes we've gotten comfortable in our comfort zones. And you aren't going to thrive. You aren't going to grow in that comfort zone. There's something that God's had in my spirit for the last couple of, at least the last couple of weeks, about we're like gardens. Are you going to allow your garden to bloom and thrive and flourish? Or are you going to let weeds grow up in your garden and choke what's been planted? There are seeds that have been planted. Weed your garden, water it, fertilize it, so everything he's placed in you can grow.
Mhm.
That is all.
Thank you. I
Bridget, I love that. Bridget, that photo you have for your profile, I'm actually on Facebook trying to find it. Old keys won't open new doors. Can you share that with us? I sure want to repost that, and as a reminder for myself.
Yep, I sure can.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, love.
When you
Thank
want
you.
different, you have to move different. Old
I
will
have that saying on some earrings.
open new doors. Yeah,
I have that saying on some earrings.
you do.
Oh,
Okay.
I want some.
So that was Ebony who went to court about the court thing. Michelle.
Somebody is, oh, that's me.
Michelle.
Okay. Yeah, I did something that where this brother called and wanted to do some things with me, and support even the conference and all that kind of stuff. But there are some people in your life that are not on the Jesus level yet. Okay, it's the Buddha, Muhammad, whatever. I would in like what we're talking about, different people, some people, and they may even have the resource of what you need. But when I would deal with this person, it was always that little up under there. And I would deal because I thought he would had the resources and, never really had the money, but the resources, and y'all come together and blah, 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 Everett's and all that kind of stuff. And it would just irk me. Some people in our lives are like petty tyrants. They're there to rub against you so you can deal with that. So he came back in my life and was sharing about, and what he had to offer, and I would have to do these things and come and at first, and he's aggressive, and so reluctantly, okay, yeah, I'll show up, yes, yeah, okay, and can we meet? And I need to have a time to meet, da da da. And that thing was just sitting in my spirit and just like, and I know that what's available to me is joy all the time. All the time. I don't have to have that in my life to achieve anything. I do not have to have that. Now, do I have to deal with myself when that comes? And I do love the brother and all that, but there's something that just does not cause me to like leap for joy and be excited to bring this forth. And so I finally said I texted him and said, thank you, but I am gracefully going to bow out of that and stay on the course that I'm on. Last time I did that, the person shut my whole business down by lying on me, and the people wanted me out of the building and all that kind of stuff. Total lies, because I said I choose to do something else. But when I saw that same spirit come forth, even from someone I know he loves me, but that way of being does not work for me, and and I oh, go ahead, Sheila, because blah, blah. And then it was like, Because if I'm here and that thing is just keep coming back and I'm not finding no joy in it, and it looks like the same thing that I was doing in the past, no change, the same thing. I said, thank you, but no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. And so I was so relieved and glad that I was able, that I did it, that I just, that don't fit no more. It just doesn't fit anymore. And I'm not dedicated to having the same thing that I've had for the past years, whether it's 2 years or 5 years or 20 years. It takes something new. Gotta do something new. Something new. I still love you, but I'm determined to fulfill my calling. And yeah. So that was a pat on my back for not sticking with something out of, I don't even know what it's out of, thinking that they can do more for me than what God, the original people or the original opportunities or the new opportunities that God is bringing forth. I have to release that. And that also includes, like last night, sharing some stuff in our Course in Miracles, stuff that I wanted to hide. That's happening with my vision and things like that. And and that whole day, the last 2 days was like, it was just crazy. My energy was crazy and stuff. And when I shared it with the class, I was able to release that and see it for what it is. And that's the other thing, all of us looking at stuff and see it for what it is. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to put some icing on the cake. That cake is falling apart, is old, is mildewing, and stuff like that. We try to just put another layer of icing on it, figuring that the sweetness of the icing is going to remove the oldness or the mildew of the cake, and just being ready for what's new. And then dealing with myself. I'm in a study of the chakras, because we talk about chakras so much and I don't know that much about it. And so I'm taking that on in my life, the chakras, so that I understand the clearing, I understand what it does, and I understand more about where we're going into the fourth and fifth dimension. And what is the fourth dimension? What are we doing there during that? Where's the fifth dimension? What is that coming? Because I'm open to that. I am open that I believe that humans, we only using so much of our brain. So we're having some help from other entities that are coming here, not to destroy us, but to help us. And more about, calling forth my angels and my ancestors to get help to get this thing done, because I am dedicated to getting the work done and helping those that I intend, or I'm intended to help by my calling. Anyone else want to?
Grand Rising. This is Joy.
Hey,
Can
Joy.
you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I want to level up more in getting this year and getting to know myself better. Definitely. I read something the other day I wanted to share. It says people change in 4 seasons. The first season is you heard enough and you have to change.
Mm-hmm.
The second is you see enough and you're inspired to change.
Mm-hmm.
The third is you learn enough and you want to change. And the fourth is you receive enough and you're able to change. So I'm looking at myself, and where I fall in that category, and definitely listening more to what God is bringing. One thing I want to leave myself with for this year, definitely, God said rest. And rest is an acronym for me, which is resist every stupid thought. Because You know, I have so many stupid thoughts that come through my mind being an Aquarius, and so many things that, you know, I want to do. And it's just like, oh, I shouldn't do that. You know, and it's like, I want to do everything, but we can't do everything all at once, you know? So definitely getting to know myself more, leveling up and understanding what the Creator has for me to do on this planet. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. Let's all walk into what the Creator has for us to do on this planet for sure, if we aren't already. But I know we only have a few moments left, so I did want to share this meditation with y'all. This is actually mine. It's Meditation for Victory. It's a short meditation, but I think that it can be useful in visualizing what it is that you want for your life this year. And so pardon if you could hear my family in the background a little bit, just, you know, it's a part of the ambiance. All right. So actually I'm gonna just start it off. I did this with my friends yesterday when we were making our manifestation boards. And so I started off, I talk a little bit, and then we go into the actual meditation. And if Queen, if you could give me access to share, that would be lovely. And while we are doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. All right, so first and foremost, let's center ourselves, find our balance for a moment, and let's take some deep breaths. For some reason, I'm connected with doing things in 3. So let's do 3 deep breaths in and out. Truly filling up your lungs, filling up your bellies with the air of life, and releasing. I've done it 2 times. Let's do it one more time. Let's take a deep breath in and release again. Now we're going to breathe 3 more times, but these 3 times you're breathing in and out intentionally. You're going to breathe in all of the things that you're taking in for your life, all the resources and information. Breathe that in, breathe it in, fill up your body, fill your lungs with that. And go ahead and release anything that is no longer serving you, anything that is not working with you, anything that is not of God. Go ahead and release that. And breathe in again. Again, collecting your resources, collecting your love, collecting all that you need to carry out God's plan for this year, and release. And let's do one final time. This is your final gathering. Pick up all that you need. Breathe in. And let go of all the burdens. Let go of the negative self-talk. Breathe out. Let go, let go, let go. Release those things that will not serve you this year. All right. As we found a steady flow of breath, begin to picture what it is that you would like to see in your life this year. What are you manifesting this year? Where in your life do you see change? Where do you see where you need to do the work? Where do you need to slow down? Begin to visualize those things. And as you visualize those things, visualize what success looks like for you. What does victory look like for you for this year? And continue to breathe. Continue to breathe.
Relax and go deep in your mind. Take a moment to breathe. Start to visualize where you want to be, who you want to be in this space. What does it sound like? And imagine yourself running toward this visualization, this goal. Begin to believe that none of this is unachievable. So you gain speed, moving like flashing lightning. You run, jump, skip, and see all that you will attain. You are already victorious. You are more than capable. You are successful. Affirm who you are. You are almost where you need to be. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. And as you approach your destination, remember that every triumph in your life will start within your first steps. Take a moment to breathe. Hold on to this internal feeling of victory. You are right where you need to be. This is a meditation for victory. Continue to breathe as you come out of this meditation. Take a few moments to reflect on what you've been thinking during the meditation. Find your breath, and when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Awesome.
Awesome, Lolly.
Ashe, Ashe.
Ooh.
Yes. So I do usually like to debrief a little bit, but we have 2 minutes left. So if there is one person that needs or feels like they want to share what they got out of their meditation, I would love to hear it.
I want to share.
Okay.
The one thing I got out of that is that I can't lose.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. You can't.
I got the joy of the movement. When you skip and, just the joy of being in sync with your vision.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So let's really run, jump, skip into our passions and purpose. Not only today, but every day, every Friday, every Monday through Friday, every Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Monday, for the rest of this year and the years to come. Let's really, truly do that. I'm excited for all that you are envisioning and carrying out this year. And yeah.
Yeah, and that being said, please post in WhatsApp or send it to me your ideas about if you're a host, about your show, about the entire week and how we can level up in all our different ways. And again, that on Friday for the month of January, we'll be meeting from 8 to 9 about the show and really and making accomplishments as we go, reporting what we did and then also what's next for us to be all that we can be. And so that we level up, give yourself a big hug. Oh, it's so good to see you, Danny. So good to see you. And hug the world. and sprinkle all the goodness and the candy and the wonderfulness and the heal, no, health and wealth and prosperity and direction and focus and all those wonderful things. I will, any announcements for the weekend? Anybody doing something that we need to know about? Otherwise, have a wonderful weekend, and I love you, love you, love you. Peace out.